available. Church, yeah, they got ways to do the church.
And the answer to the question of whether the city has inspected any of these buildings, any of the 217 buildings, the answer is no. The answer is no.
So nobody did nothing, no inspection?
No inspection. The other thing have you been presented, I know for the other, I mean, you spend a fair amount of time on these little tiny shotgun houses, which are very important to our city. Well, we're talking about 217 buildings with 4,000 apartments in them. Have you been provided with a signed contract of the people who are supposed to do something about these buildings after they're demolished?
They're with handout.
No, I understand, but has
New Orleans, and they will, when they're allowed, they are going to tell us what the development plan is and what they're going to do. It's up to them to make their case before this committee.
Yeah, well, this I understand, and I know they will. And they have some great lawyers and architects and illustrators who will do a beautiful job, I'm sure. But the question is, did they give you any signed contracts of anybody that's going to actually fix these buildings up?
Tell the truth.
No.
It's our impression, and Mr. Babers can address it when he gets up there, that no contracts have been signed. So all they are really asking to do at this point, they have announced that they have some preferred contractors, but in terms of contracts actually being signed for what's done, those haven't been done yet. So I think that's something that this board ought to look to.
No demolition!
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 Get a victory tonight.
Protesters, so it's on the front page. I'm somewhere around there. I'm not in it yet. I don't know. No, I'm not in it. I might be on the one that's later on. I don't know.
Is that like
No demolition! What did we come here to do? We came here to stop the demolition. That's what we're here to do today. We're doing that for the people who have been dispersed out of New Orleans. 200,000 people, 150,000 of them black. We're doing it for the people who are being evicted from the FEMA trailers, being told go find somewhere to live. We're doing it for the thousands of people who live in the streets here in New Orleans. They say it's 12,000, it's probably a lot more than that. They're destroying housing at the time that people have a desperate need for it. We say that isn't right. We say that this system that built itself up on the backs of poor black people, who they first worked in slavery's chains, who they worked as sharecroppers, who they brought into the cities and put in these projects, to fill the bottom rung of the factories for them. Now they're saying we don't need you in the factories no more. We're going to knock down your houses. We say that ain't right. We say that ain't going to go down without a fight.
Handle HUD did not get together with the people, with the residents, and let them to talk to us about a redevelopment. Our people have suffered mentally. It's 2 years after the storm. They're living in cars, under the bridges, 2 and 3 families in houses, trying to pay the rent, trying to survive. We live here. We help rebuild this city. You know, we're United States citizens, taxpayers. They're not destroying just developments, they're destroying communities that we built. You understand? And it's not right and it's not fair for them to take our homes. What about our children? What about our displaced families all over the United States? I think every resident have a right to return and have a right to make a decision about what happened to their homes and what happened to their lives. Our people are dying every day. Right now, we are mentally and physically stressed out. And we need to be home, and we coming home. This is our home. They cannot kick us out. We help rebuild this city.
Are you prepared to do whatever it takes to stop those bulldozers?
Where I'm at. Where do you see me every time you see me? I'm prepared.
To do what? To do, how far are you going to take it?
I'm prepared. Let me tell you how far I'm going to take it. I can't tell you. It's how I feel at that time in my heart. That's how far I'm going to take it. That's all I can tell you.
What's your name again, Jeanette?
Sharon Jasper.
Sharon Jasper. Thank you.
All right.
What do you want? I said, what do you want? What do you want? I said, what do you want? And what do you want? Look, HUD says cut back. We say fight back. 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 We say fight back. HUD says cut back. We say fight back. We say fight back. HUD says cut back. We say fight back. They wanted three of us to separate from the rest of you and come up and talk to them. And we said that this is the people's business, and we don't discuss anything behind people's back. So we want HUD to send their representatives down here and tell us why in the hell they're doing what they're doing. That's right.
I would like to thank everybody for coming out today. And we're going to continue this fight and struggle. And you know what? We got victory. We showed them that there ain't no stopping us now. That's right. We going forward. We want our homes back. We want our families back. And we want to be respected like we were United States citizens.
These are human rights, and our history of our nation and of human rights around the world is that human rights are not recognized first in the courts. They're not recognized first in the Congress. They're recognized first by people enforcing them themselves. And that's what people here in New Orleans, that's what is happening in New Orleans now, and is going to be continuing to happen over the weekend. So thank you for standing up for human rights. Thank you for enforcing human rights. And time will show that we are on the right, and hopefully justice, we will insist that justice will prevail. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I'll tell you, it's a pleasure to be back into New Orleans. I was here about a week after the hurricane hit with Veterans for Peace. What you all are going through right now is the most horrific thing in all, where we still, after 2.5 years, cannot provide housing for people of this country.